still going.
Next man up.
Sorry. Nope,
For real. Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone knows about Panay tweaked his ankle, and we just got to step up as a group and just kind of fill that role. I think we've got a lot of depth, and it proved on Saturday that we have really good depth, and we have the utmost confidence in Brady Yellow and Jacob Capra. So.
Did it affect you at all? I mean, if Throck's now the guy on their side, is there any difference between them and Panay or Throck? Or
no, man. You know how good Calvin is. I mean, it's almost like with Panay, I kind of got to be like the older brother and kind of like, help him a little bit, where Calvin's already up to speed. He's obviously one of the best players in the country, and him popping over left tackle is really no difference whatsoever. So.
You guys on social media have kind of shown the brotherhood that you have on the O-line.
Yeah.
Would you say that Chris Ball's had a lot to do with that, or is that something that you guys were already close?
Yeah, I think, we've had 32 consecutive starts together. I mean, pretty much like blood, We came in recruiting, and we knew each other during recruiting and came here as friends, and kind of just Chris Ball really just emphasized a culture of just being a brotherhood on the O-line, and just all the freshmen coming in, just really embracing them and teaching them the ways, and they just really fit in well and just became like brothers to all of us, so yeah.
And facing against the Cougars, what do you think your biggest obstacle is going to be going against their defense and the scheme that they run?
They're really quick. They have a really good scheme. They recruit really good players for that scheme, and they try to use trickery and stuff to kind of get around you and try to get you away from the power stuff and more towards like I don't know. They try to get you to a lot of false start situations, 1st and 15. So I think it's just really we got to play confident. We can't really tighten up when they start doing all the movement stuff like we saw with San Jose State and Portland State. So those two games are really important looking at moving on to Washington State, because that's a really similar defensive schemes.
The way CJ's playing right now, you guys feel like you can just get him the slightest hole, he finds his way through it?
CJ?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he'll make a hole even if you don't block. If you don't block any defensive line, he'll put his head down and knock one on the ground. So, I mean, it's just all about his confidence. Has really just been getting, he's been getting more and more confident and just really able to run the ball hard. So we really like that in the offensive line, seeing him put his head down and really making defenders miss and stuff. So, yeah.
I'm surprised that there's no drop-off when you lose two offensive starters.
Yeah.
Your group, does that just kind of show the depth of this group?
Yeah, for sure. I think we've talked about how much depth we have for a long time, and that kind of really, we never really wanted to show that we had depth, but now it's prevalent that we do have depth, and I think Brady started a lot of games for us, and we have the utmost confidence in him and Jacob Capra, just the way they practice every single day and the way they prepare for an opponent like they are a starter, and that's another tribute to Coach Cristobal and Coach Mirabal. It's just preparation and how they prepare, and they didn't flinch whatsoever. So
it's kind of telling of the depth that this team has, that the game-winning play went to their side and they're both on the field.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's both second string right guard, right tackle, and they get the game-winning blocks for us. So that's kind of just a statement of just our depth, and yeah.
Speaking of Brady, it's 2 years in a row where he was kind of a full-time guy, and then had to go into the next year and wasn't a full-time guy.
Yeah.
How did he handle that, kind of both those off seasons?
Brady's one of my best friends, and that's obviously a really tough situation, but you can just tell how much character he has and how much he loves this team and this program, with how much he still worked, and I mean that could ruin anyone's morale and character. Just kind of being he's getting older, he's getting close to getting his degree, and seeing guys that are younger than him starting, like, that'd be tough. And just the way he battled and just how much he cared for the team and how much he was willing to still work while he wasn't getting the reps on Saturdays. And finally, it's just like, it's almost like that's what he's been waiting for all along. So yeah, really proud of him and really happy to see him and Capra getting, the reps that they've earned all fall.
This Washington State defense statistically is one of the better ones in the league. Maybe that's a little bit surprising considering the guys that they lost. But
yeah, how
do they stack up, from a Washington or a Stanford?
They wreak havoc. I mean, they're obviously a lot different from the Washington and Stanford. I think that it's Washington's like a heavyweight. Like, I consider us a heavyweight team, and Washington's a heavyweight team. Stanford's a heavyweight team. This is more like the heavyweight team versus the guys like a welterweight or a midweight, the guys that want to run around you. So they wreak havoc, and they do a really good job of wreaking havoc with first downs. They're trying to make you false start and get the offensive line to jump, make it in 1st and 15 situations, and. They have really good defensive linemen that are really good in their scheme, and they get really good DBs, and so yeah.